Hello, America. Jay Works, Street Savvy, the podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yes, Facebook Live, YouTube TV. We got a hell of a show tonight. But before we get started, I got my stylist in. Set me up. Set me up, stylist. My makeup stylist. Also to keep me dry. Sunshine Renee Works is in the building. Hello, Sunshine. Thank you for keeping me dry, keeping my makeup pretty cool. And our stylist, yes, I got a men's makeup coming out, guys, for your beard, for your goatee, also for your eyelashes. That's right. PD Code Makeup and Eyelash and Stylist by yours truly, Sunshine Works. Thank you again, folks. Can we get applause for that? Sunshine Works is in the building. Sunshine. So listen, Sunshine, when you started doing makeup, how long? 10 years? Yeah. 5 years now?
Yeah.
5 years, Sunshine Works. She's actually the youngest out of my daughters on my famous daughter tree. And I can't get it all by myself. A lovely mom, which is my wife, which I'll be soon married to almost 20 years on August 12th, which is the big Leo. Y'all see Leo season. It is a clothing line, clothing brand. Go on any one of my channels. Find me on social media platforms to get your Leo season apparel. Look at it, folks. All colors, all shapes, form, and sizes. Thank you, Miss Sunshine Works, for definitely doing my makeup and my face.
You're welcome.
Okay, folks. Yeah, we got a good topic for you guys today. We talking politics. I hope you guys looking forward to this next election season that's coming up for 2025. The Republicans say they got something for your behind black and brown community, and the Democrats is promising we don't know what. Smoking Joe, Sleepy Joe done stepped down. Kamala Harris, she's putting her feet in everything she can put her feet in, allegedly. I'm hearing all types of stories, folks, allegedly that I know of, and we're gonna get started. First of all, I'm going to let you folks know, go out and vote. Men, women, young folks alike, black and brown community as well. Go out and vote. Back in my era, they told us, if you don't vote, your voice won't be heard. Your voice won't be heard. That's true. It's effectively true. I only voted several times in my life, and there's a joke in it, and it's a trip over if you're looking at me and the man who I am today. I only voted several times in my life because I didn't believe in it, folks. I didn't believe in the rhetoric that always went on between white and black and the disparity of white folks in the White House and black folks in the White House and in the Senate and the Republican and Democratic side. I always seen it from my own two eyes, and from my 2 feet down, I always knew there was something different. It felt different from black folks alike. And my people would never be heard. I always felt that in my heart. I always felt that in my bloodline, that black folk would never be heard. Years later, some of the things that I thought came true. We got Obama. You know, we had a couple African Americans and in the George Bush Jr. regime. Just to name a few, you had who else? Condoleezza Rice. You had Colin Powell. Before that, you had Supreme Court Justice Thomas in the early 90s get elected as Supreme Court. One of the, I think, first black African Americans, black American in the Supreme Court Justice. He's the second black African American male. So a lot of the rhetoric we got taught started to simmer down and turn just a little bit, just about 5%. But still the hypocrisy that leads to the American Senate and the American public way towards black and brown community, people in whole, is still there, folks. It's still there. The disparity is still large, is looming. I don't care how many Democrats, Republicans we have in the Senate. It don't even matter. I think we've been heard a little more. We exercise in things we want a little more, but It's not changing. It's not changing until we get some new blood in here, some new attitude, and people. Let me say this: what I know about politics. Um, I'm definitely a person who keeps my ear to the ground of politics. I stay steadfast and focused on what my community as a whole needs to do for the new generation that's coming up, the baby boomers, my grandkids, your kids. And then following me as a father and a grandfather, I need to know what's needed to be prepared. So I start to stick my nose in different channels and avenues I can be in 10 toes down. And I've been involved in a lot of different things, but these new things I've involved as far as CCA up in upstate New York, and we be in Albany. We challenge a lot on the parole justice side, and I see the window how politics is definitely shown in upstate New York and United States as a whole. You got your state and your local city leaders. You have your town men and women assemblymen. You have your legislator. You have your mayor, your mayoral. You have people, city council that at large you can go to these city meetings and town halls and express your opinion, and also go out and vote. Go out and put your V up. That's right, folks. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. And you can vote on your local level to maintain this prosperity level between the channels that you feel that's not there, or not equal equality that's there or not. And I mean on every level. You know, I don't think it's ever going to be equal between black and white on any level. I think as people as a whole in America, we got to come to senses as black folk is still the minority on work ethic, business, medical, all the big things around. But as people in the whole, we are now the majority. And we as black and brown need to wake up and start thinking about that. We got to take that serious. We got to start taking more and better accountability for what we need for our people itself as a whole, before we can start trying to make the other folk, the color folk, the white man, the white woman, how you guys may say it on the odyssey level, ignorancy level as well. So we got to step up and do things for ourselves, black and brown folks, as far as going out and vote, and then doing things on the city and state level. And that's maintaining work, that's maintaining welfare, maintaining better prosperity, and generational wealth for your kids and grandkids alike. So let's dig down deep into the topic, into both sides of the politic world that we need to vote. On your Republican side, we all know who that is. Donald J. Trump, who's not a politician, won the presidency over Hillary Clinton 5-6 years back, right? Cheating, win or not, he was in the White House. We not neglecting that. We're not going to quote unquote say anything else, because this show we talking about facts, right? He got in there, and to my knowledge, he didn't do a jack, anything to support my people. From the ignorant side to the better side to the welfare side, he didn't do nothing. 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 And then it's a predecessor after him, the last 3.5 years, haven't done nothing. I seen status quote when it says Sleepy Joe, it's the black and brown population as far as unemployment has been real low, and since the last two presidents. Okay, unemployment. What about healthcare? What about the schools? What about education? What about equality in black women? None of that. None of that. And then back on the Republican side, this man continuously, Donald J. Trump, be proud of himself and his last regime on reversing Roe versus Wade on abortion. Kind of something for women. Make a decision for a woman who either wants to have birth or either not have birth. That don't make sense to me. This man is proud of that. This man is proud that the last 3 United States Supreme Court justices he put in just for his rulings, just for his buffoonery. And folks, don't get me wrong. I'm not cutting no slack on you either. A lot of you folks, black and brown, voted for this man. After the Republicans didn't let Obama do anything. After Obama couldn't do nothing. And with Obamacare, they pieced that so much. We are not going to see none of the benefits, none of the health benefits, none of the health clauses from what Obama seek to do. And one thing they made national that Obama did, same-sex marriage. Now everybody has their opinion on that, on what Obama did with that. But me, as a loving family man and a loving person, the verdict is up. I have no say-so, no opinion on that. If you choose to marry a man, that's your business if you're a man. But if you choose to do it in your home front, in your bedroom, that's your business. If you choose to marry a woman and you're a woman, that's your business. I'm not letting no book or nobody dictate whatever I think and what I believe in for me and my family or for myself as a man. So that's out the window with me. But still, they upheld Obama for that. Okay, everybody got their opinion. I'm going to leave that where it's at. Now, go back to the Democratic side. Right now, the sitting vice president, Miss Harris, Kamala Harris, has a track record in the state of California as attorney general and an attorney, prosecuting attorney. It don't look good, it don't feel good. It don't feel good, it don't look good. Honestly. A lot of black and brown in California has been prosecuted heinously, disrespectful, a lot of different ways that we can imagine. I'm out there, so I'm out there one, allegedly. And I'm out in those people's shoes who's been prosecuted and persecuted by a sitting vice president in her past job as state attorney general, what she did to Californians. So, you guys don't believe the word coming out the man's mouth? Go look it up. It's public record. Everything I do is listed in public record. Everything I speak about is public record. And right now, her history of being 3.5-year vice presidency, personally, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for my people? I know you went to Howard. I know you're a distinguished alumni and you steadfast for us black women. I love that. Because I got 7 gorgeous black women and daughters in my family that came from my bloodline, let alone my mother, my aunties, my grandparents. So I feel that, Miss Vice President. I feel that deeply. And I'm not saying, I mean, you got any type of connection with that, but I feel that. Now, in saying those words, coming out this mouth, because it's compelling on what we say out our mouths, ladies and gentlemen, would I vote for her or would I vote for Donald J. Trump, a Republican nationalist, quote unquote, a dictator at his finest? Now, let me hit over here to this past weekend, folks, and get into this hoopla of Donald J. Trump. He was in front of the National Black Association Journalism Women in Chicago, right? A rally, demonstration, whatever you want to call it, quote unquote, allegedly. He says, out of any president in the United States since Abraham Lincoln, he has done the most for black and brown people in their community as a whole in the United States of America. Folk, I'm looking dead at each one of you guys who's viewing this podcast, who's on social media, watching your boy, Jay Works of Street Savvy the podcast, yours truly, he's a damn liar. He's a narcissist. He's a red-faced white man, will do anything to get likes, to get leadership, to start some bullshit with people who minds their own business. We all have seen that. And do I got anything against the man? Hell no. Because I done quoted plenty of times what Donald Trump has done beneath the rug for African Americans or anybody, any descent. Right? I have. He been a few laws of saying, hey, no woman would not have a baby in jail. Yes. He scratched and clawed at the law of the cocaine and the drug law. Yeah, that Sleepy Joe had a lot to do with it. And Kamala Harris. He brought a lot of men and women that I know home who was got life sentence. He got them appeal. He brought them home. A good friend of mine he got home. D. Comer. Couple, just to name a few. So yes, he's done some frackanaka. He's done some public record things that's on his record. But besides for that, this man is angry. This man is a real dictator. This man is going to get in the White House and he plans to do changes in 2025 to harm people in general. Allegedly, this is out of his mouth. Look it up, it's public record. He don't like certain African nations. What that means. And I quote, he just told someone recently, hey, you vote for me, you got to worry about voting again. He's planning on getting rid of voting registration, period. You know what that means? That means dictatorship. That means he wants to be Putin's brother. Yes. He wants to be so much like Putin, I don't know what to say. The man is serious, black and brown. Allegedly. Donald J. Trump is serious on the words that come out of his mouth. He really think he's a white czar to black and brown. He really do. And then the other side, Kamala Harris, Lord help me. Only thing you got going for you, and I hate to say it, because I may sound pretty biased to a lot of African and brown American out there, that you're black. And you very smart and you intelligently in the law community. I'm with that because you black and you smart and you know the law. And right now in the White House, in the Senate, you are the leading candidate for Attorney General of the United States. But I don't know about being a president. I damn sure didn't know about you being vice president. And I'm going to say this. And it's another thing coming on my mouth. And I don't want none of y'all to take it the wrong way. But I don't give a shit. I don't want Donald J. Trump getting another 4 years or whatever he's trying to do. And I'm skeptic by this black queen, this sister, getting in the White House. Lonely. Because I don't think she's going to do anything for me and my people who look like me, act like me, talk like me, walk like me. Folks, literally, both of their track record don't mean jack. S-H-I-T to me. Honestly. If I had to pick somebody, Lord, let me tell you. Let me tell you, if I had to pick somebody, that means I'm not voting, folks. If I had to pick somebody out of these two buffooneries and they track record, I'm not voting. Because all of our lives depend on it, and I'm not doing that to you guys. I'm not doing that to my family. I'm not doing it to any black girl in my house or black woman in my house. I'm not doing that to them. And we all need to sit down and look ourselves in the mirror and say, we are going to hurt our family and friends and constituents if we vote for one of these buffooneries because their track record is not right. You got one on one side leading into the worst pandemic this world ever seen since the 1900s, downplayed the pandemic. Downplayed it to the T. He risked everything. Downplayed it. Not even 3 years ago. And you want to put him back in the White House? And you got the one on the other side went at Joe Biden in the Democratic election, in the standoff, and looked him in the eye and said, I was one of those girls that was this and that and that. And done put a lot of her people, prosecuted them to the fullest behind bars, and some are still there. And we supposed to vote for them two people? I'm not hurting your family. I'm not going to hurt mine. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not. And I'm not going to sit and tell you not to vote either. But folks, America, look at the track record. Black and brown, white, Asian, Bajan, you name it. Look at the track record. Don't listen to us podcasters, to us commentators, CNN, CNBC, Fox News. Look at each one of these persons on the right and the left side, Republican, Democrat, from the Republican National Convention to the Democratic Convention. Look at both of them who's coming out and say, would I put my baby, would I put my son, would I put my daughter in either one of their hands to face off with equality, healthcare, welfare, generational wealth, or to be a leader? Would I do that? Look yourself in the mirror, folks. Ain't no more looking out to some local politician saying, vote for the Democrat Party, waving the flag. It ain't about American flag today, folks. It's about your home and your prosperity and your what? Generational wealth today, because both leaders, both cabinets, both Republican and Democrat don't got nothing for me and you. And a lot of my, let me say this. Let me say this, folks. A lot of my black and brown people who I done listened to for weeks and months and days, had a few arguments with a few folks, debates. Well, I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump. The man crazy. He this, he that, he racist, he that. Okay, I hear you got a point. He done did some stuff. He done said some stuff. He is some stuff. Oh, he done fake getting shot. All this and that, quote unquote, because we don't know, allegedly. Well, she this, she that. And the biggest thing, she black. We got to stick together. Hell no. Hell no. It ain't. Let me tell you something, black and brown. Let me set you straight with this narrow ship. You know me, black and brown, done messed over each other, done walked over each other, done set each other up, done failed us every day, all night in the Senate, Republicans or Democrat, or next door neighbors or family. And you try to stick together with someone you don't know, Kamala Harris, as we speak. She don't even have an agenda. Her agenda is taking down Donald Trump. That's her agenda. But let me tell you something, folks. It ain't about being with black or brown this time. It's about for your family. For that little girl, that little boy you look in the face, that go to Clary Middle School, Corcoran High School, Northeastern University, East Boston High, Syracuse University, Florida State, Michigan State, Howard University. It's about looking those kids in the eye saying, hey, we got to vote for the right one for those ones, because that's our future. Listen up, folks. I'm a Leo. I'm a big Leo. You see it on my chest. Leo season, clothing line, Leo brand. How done seen a century. Yes. Yes, indeed, I'm here sitting in front of you. But right now, the next third, the next quarter, the next 5% of the century, it leaves on us today by going about voting for the right cause. The right effect. The right agenda. Not the right color. The right belief. America, we are in the fire. We have a man says 2025 is going to be everything but change for the black and brown community. And on the other side, we got a woman saying he cannot get to 2025. You can't tell me it's anguish on both sides? You can't tell me it's more than politics? Folk, stand up for what you know. And goddamn it, you don't know either one of these candidates. But you know your family, you know your loved ones. Easy. Think about when you vote. Think about when you step up to that panel and you go Democrat or Republican. Look down or look up at your son or your daughter or your grandchild or your grandmother who's in that what? Who's in that wheelchair, who's in that nursing home at Loretto or any other nursing facility, nursing home care facility, senior citizen home facility, or who's getting an SSI check in your family. One time about cutting it all off. And one time about minimizing it. Folks, think about what's going on before you vote for the wrong person, not for the right color or the right reasons. Now let me get on to the numbers of the race for you real voters out there, people who care about what's going to go on in the polls, because certainly a lot of us don't. Okay, who's ahead in a national poll? Updating average for each candidate in the 2024 election poll. Counting for each poll results in simple incising, minimizing in the House electors. Right now, Kamala Harris, 45.5%, and Donald J. Trump, 43.6%, and 5.6% to the Kennedy, whoever that is. So let me tell you something, folks. This gonna come right down into Donald Trump's hands. It's too close for comfort. If you voting for the Democrats, and I'm not telling you who to vote for, here's my hand to God. Vote for what you feel in your heart and your family. And I'm telling you, if you voted for Donald Trump, that's where your family gonna end that with. We're gonna leave that to you, and you judge that. For a man to say he done more to any president since Abraham Lincoln, you guys gotta look at the mirror. For a man who just told thousands of black women, journalists, that he's the guy for black and brown, that he don't even know what Kamala Harris is, Indian or black. He just found out she was black just recently. He said that about Barack Obama. He just said that. He said that Obama wasn't American. He didn't have no birth certificate. He said that all through the 2016 election. 2012 to 2016, he campaigned it. Now Kamala Harris is getting the same dose. We got to stop that as voting for the right one. There you go, folks, on that news. Vote. Please go out and vote. Put your V's up. But let me hit this off about saying what happened in Syracuse, upstate New York. Syracuse, New York, 315 this past week. We had the Freaknik. If you folks don't know what the Freaknik is, go look it up. It's on YouTube. It's public record, all up in the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s, you name it, Freaknik. Atlanta bought it on, down south folks bought it on, and we bought it 25, 30 years later, up here in upstate New York, Syracuse, New York, just this past weekend, with Boosie Badass, and was scheduled to be on card was Suki from Miami, Miss Nasty Girl herself. She missed several fights, she didn't make it. But the city of Syracuse came out and represented the promoters, Mastermind, DJ Mel, Brick, Curtis from Taste of Brooklyn, Jay Works, Jay Ortiz, whole security team bought it in the city, brought it down, put the city where it needed to be on a standstill with no violence. Apex Security, Jay Ortiz, my man, my guy, all the security staff, y'all put in work, men and women, especially the big man, Tion. Love you, cuz. Did good work, and committing that front door. You know I was tearing the back end up. You already know, folks. We did this city justice. We made sure the Freaknik was not but a Freaknik. Enjoy yourself, men and women. Everybody was Freakniking it. But the promoters did their thing. Yes. Yes, they did indeed. If you had anything on the Freaknik, and I can't forget about the Young Guns, Day Day, as well as Chase Bands, some of the young promoters, you guys did your thing, man. You guys did your thing. And all the vendors out there as well, you know, you guys did your thing. Did your thing. Special shout out to my little cousin. You know, we squashed some things between each other. She had her bags out there, her signature bags out there. She was selling them. She did her thing. She did her numbers. She know who I'm talking to. Munchie, love you, baby. Tina Wieners, baby. Did your thing. Everybody did their thing out there, man. So Syracuse, whenever you want to put on the show, make sure you look at the Apex Security. Make sure you go down to that Taste of Brooklyn. You already know what I'm about to say. You did your thing, my man. And look at Mastermind up there in the mall. Mastermind Clothing, Mastermind DJ Mel. Thank you, bro. You put on the show. Great promotion. Gotcha. Folks, that's all you're going to hear from Street Savvy and Jay Works, the podcast. Listen, folks. Big Leo, Jay Works, August 12th is going down the city of Syracuse. Yes, that is my wedding anniversary as well. 20-something years. I done been with this woman. I done gave her hell. I done gave her 3 great kids. The whole 9 of shebang. You know it's what it is, man. I ain't been the best husband. I've been the best dude. You know what I mean? But listen, happy anniversary, Keisha Marie Works. God bless. With or without me, I want you to be happy, baby. And you know what it is, August 12th. That's the day. Love y'all.